Hey guys, what is going on? So today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 15 Pro after about 60 days or 2 months of use, which first of all is absolutely insane because it feels like this phone just came out. It does not feel 2 months old. In 10 more months, we're going to be getting the iPhone 16. So if you guys went with the channel when the iPhone 15 came out, you guys know that I was going to give the iPhone 15 Pro Max a try this year because usually I get the Pro-sized iPhone, but this year they made some design changes and made the iPhone 15 Pro Max a lot more tempting than previous years. And so yeah, I tried that phone out for a little bit, and honestly, after using it for a few days, it was pretty nice. I really did like the form factor. Well, it was a big phone, but I did like the features that came with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. But after, picking up the iPhone 15 Pro Max and then picking up the iPhone 15 Pro and using it, because I used pretty much both for a few days, I always went back to the iPhone 15 Pro just because of the form factor. It feels really nice in my hand, especially one-handed use, which that's how I use my phone most of the time. With the iPhone 15 Pro Max, one-handed use with that phone is possible, but still, it's just not that comfortable carrying it around, especially with the case and stuff like that. So I decided for this year, again, to go with the Pro-sized, regular-sized iPhone. And I really do like the phone. It's a really nice phone, but there are some things that I do miss on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and that is, of course, the battery, because I've always had the Pro-sized iPhone, which has the Pro-sized battery. With the Pro Max, though, it has significantly more battery life than the regular Pro, and I did notice that for the few days I used it, because after the end of the day, I would have still 40% battery life left. With the iPhone 15 Pro, the regular size, I would have about 15, maybe 20% battery life. So with the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the battery life was super clutch, especially with moving around a lot, traveling a lot. The iPhone 15 Pro Max, the battery, I'm going to miss that on that phone for sure. Anyways, enough of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. This is the iPhone 15 Pro review. I just kind of miss that phone sometimes a little bit. But anyways, with the design change on the iPhone 15 Pro series, they added obviously a titanium frame, which makes the phone a lot lighter. And also they did curve the edges on the phone, which also makes it more comfortable to hold. So those changes are highly appreciated. With the previous iPhone 14 Pro, 13 Pro, 12 series, whatever, when they went back to the boxy design, they made the edges super sharp, and it just did not feel really good in your hand, while holding it caseless. It just had a very sharp feeling. It just didn't feel good in your hand after a long time of use. With the iPhone 15 Pro, though, using the phone caseless, which sometimes I do that, usually when I'm at home, I go caseless, the phone feels so good in my hand, especially one-handed. It just feels like it should be in your hand. Versus the 14 Pro and the rest of the series, it just felt too sharp and it just didn't feel comfortable to hold. So I do really like the design changes that they made on the iPhone 15 Pro. Even though it was super, super slight of a design change, they're really, really appreciated changes. And especially with the titanium and making the phone a little bit lighter. I did actually test this with the previous iPhone 14 Pro and the 15 Pro with my friend, and we did notice a difference of the lightness. It's not like a huge change on the regular Pro size, but when you go to the Pro Max, having just a little bit lighter of a phone actually goes a long way. I think it was a really, really good choice. Some people think the previous models were more premium, looked more premium. And honestly, it kind of did a little bit just because of the mirror finish. It looked more like jewelry instead of like an actual tech product. I honestly really, really like the titanium because it has a nice matte texture, and you don't have to keep wiping the sides, because on the stainless steel, it was always, fingerprinty. If you didn't have a case on it, it just didn't look good over time. Get a bunch of scratches on it and stuff like that. But with the titanium, over a long period of time, especially if you don't have a case on your phone, there's no fingerprints, not as many fingerprints at least, and not as many scratches and stuff like that. So yeah, I really do like the design changes that Apple made with the iPhone 15 Pro. All right, and while we're on the topic of design changes and the design of the iPhone, you really don't want to damage your iPhone, especially the brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max or the iPhone 15 Pro, especially the iPhone 15 Pro Max, because that phone is super expensive. So this video is sponsored by Rhino Shield for hooking me up with some cases and some screen protectors. One thing that I really like about Rhino Shield is their unboxing experiences. So this is the case right here, and it's all cardboard, which I really do like because there's no really use for plastic materials. As you guys can see, we have a Pair icon case, and I honestly, this is another thing I really like about their cases, is that you can actually customize them and put pretty much whatever you want on the case. So right here, I did have them put a Pair logo from the iCarly Nickelodeon series, and honestly, I just really like that you can do that. Honestly, just to let you guys know, I've never tried a Rhino Shield case before, but after using this case, I'm just going to show you guys these buttons really quick, okay? super satisfying, super easy to press. I actually enjoy pressing the buttons on this case because, again, they're just so satisfying. They figured out the buttons on the case. These are probably the best buttons I've ever pressed on an iPhone case, period. I also installed their 3D Impact screen protector, and what's different about this screen protector, it's a little bit thinner than tempered glass screen protectors, which I really do like because with this one, it's a little bit thinner, so it feels more comfortable to use on the phone versus a tempered glass screen protector. So if you're looking for some cases and screen protectors, I really recommend Rhino Shield because one, the products are super high quality, and two, you could pretty much customize the cases however you want. You could put whatever picture you want on them. So yeah, if you guys are interested in these cases or screen protectors, I'll leave a link down in the description below. Thanks Rhino Shield for sponsoring this video. All right, the next design change that they made with the 15 Pro is the bezels. But this year, the bezels are even thinner than the previous iPhone 14 Pro, which means you don't get more screen real estate or anything like that. It makes the phone a little bit more modern, a little bit more futuristic, and it just looks better in my personal opinion. I don't know about you guys, but the thinner bezels, I noticed it. Let me know if you guys noticed it when you took it out and started using it. But for me, the thinner bezels, I think are a great design change. All right, guys, the next thing I want to talk about is the color of the phone. So for me, I ended up getting the white titanium iPhone 15 Pro, and I was actually thinking about getting the natural titanium because I think that's probably the best looking color this year. And I actually got that on my iPhone 15 Pro Max, but like I said, I returned that phone, so I'm kind of stuck with the white titanium because I couldn't have returned it back then because the wait time was way too long to get a natural titanium. Anyways, this year I stick with the white titanium, and honestly, I'm not sad about it because last year I said I was going to get a white iPhone, and I did that, and it looks really, really good. I just kind of wish I got the natural titanium because that color just looks so good. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is the action button on the iPhone 15 Pro. So as you guys know, that is one of the top features of the iPhone 15 Pro series this year is the action button. And obviously what that is you can pretty much customize whatever you want it to do with the single press of a button. And for me personally, I always use my flashlight. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys use your flashlight as much as me, but I literally use the action button every single day for my flashlight. And I haven't really found a better action to do than the flashlight because I use it so much. But I bet later on that I will find a different use for the action button. I probably will do more research about it and have like a full menu that I can do different actions about because I've seen a lot of YouTube videos showing you guys how to customize the action button to its full extent and have it like literally pull out a full menu where you can do different actions and stuff like that. I haven't really looked too much into those videos, but I definitely will because the action button is actually a pretty crazy feature that they added on the iPhone 15 Pro. Also, please let me know what you guys use your action button for because I'm kind of wondering what the majority of people use it for. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below. All right, and for the next thing is the camera. So for this camera, not really much has changed between the 14 Pro and the 15 Pro, but for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, they obviously did add the 5x zoom camera on that phone, and I did test that out, and honestly, that's another reason why I missed the iPhone 15 Pro Max because that zoom capability on a smartphone, on an iPhone, is absolutely insane. If you use your phone for a lot of videography and photos and stuff like that, and you want to get super in-depth and super far out, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the 5x zoom on that camera is absolutely insane. But for me personally, don't really use the camera too much on my phone for getting photos like that. So for me personally, the camera, still a really, really good camera on the iPhone 15 Pro. All right, the next and final thing is the USB-C connector. Now for the iPhone 15 series, every single iPhone 15, it has a USB-C connector instead of course, the Lightning connector. So for me personally, I kind of like this change because one, for me personally, it's more satisfying to, plug in the phone, charge the phone and everything like that. But two, using the USB-C connector has faster transfer speeds. It just adds more accessories and stuff that you can use with the iPhone 15 Pro. So yeah, using USB-C, for me personally, I just like it, just more satisfying to connect than the previous Lightning cable. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think of the iPhone 15 Pro after 2 months of use. I still cannot believe that it's been that long since this phone came out. Again, it just feels like this phone just came out, and in 10 more months, we're going to be seeing the next generation iPhone. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you guys enjoying your brand new iPhone 15s so far? Let me know down in the comments below because for me, I feel like this phone is very refreshing because my favorite features about it is that it's a new kind of design change, new materials. It just feels better in my hand. And for me personally, that's just a huge feature that I like that probably most people aren't really talking about is the design change and how much better it feels in your hand than the previous iPhone 14 Pro. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you guys enjoying your brand new, I guess they're not brand new, iPhone 15 Pros? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.